Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, November 21st, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, MSTY, and AMZY. But before we go any further, it's about that time that I ask if you enjoy this video, please hit the like button, aka thumbs up button. It does go a long way, believe it or not. So if you don't mind, take the time when you have a moment, when you stop driving or whenever you're watching this video, to hit the like button. Maybe we can hit, I'm always going to set the goal now to 1,000 likes. So we'll see. We'll see if we can hit that goal. It's pretty hard, but let's go for it. All right. Anyway, who had trades yesterday? We had TSLY, we had CONY, and we had MSTY. Only 3 of them had trades. However, obviously, if you look at MSTY, that's a lot of trades. And if you look at CONY, okay, it's not too bad. But again, MSTY and TSLY had a lot of trades. So that's why I'm asking for the like button in advance. Very busy day overall for me, non-YieldMax wise, life-wise. So I got home and I saw this. I was like, yeah. So hopefully I got everything right. So first, let's take a look at TSLY. What the heck did they do? All right, they did any BCs? Yes, BC by the close, 26,888 contracts. They closed that, 365. Okay, 89 cents. Looks good. Then a BC down below, 91 cents. So it looks like they closed out their contracts early. And one thing that I noticed, if you look, they opened new ones, but look at the date, right? This Friday is 11/22, so next Friday would be 11/29, obviously. But you don't see that. You see 12/6. So they did go out a little further, maybe because of the holiday week. But we're only losing one trading day. I don't know if we also lose a half day. I don't think so. But yeah, they're going out to the December 6th on this one. So anyway, well, let's take a look at the data. Hopefully, again, I got everything right. Feel free to correct me if you see anything wrong. All right, synthetic wise, let's see. Did they touch the synthetic? Again, yesterday was the 20th. Yes, 560 contracts that they added. Just want to make sure. Okay, it's right at the top. Yes, they added to the synthetic 560 contracts, buy, call, sell, put. So how much was the call? Much more than the put because they're starting this position already way ahead, right? Because if you look at the price of Tesla, it's 342 and the strike is 295. By the way, if you hear rain in the background, sorry about that. Obviously, as you guys know, I record in the garage, so I don't wake up my family. But yeah, we were due for rain for a long time. We're finally getting it, so that'll be the background noise for today. Anyway, they added 560 contracts, so they now have 28,763. This synthetic expires in 93 days on February 21st, and they're in a great position. They're 15.94% above the current price. Okay, let's go to the weekly tab to see how Tesla did yesterday. Tesla overall did go down 1.15%. TSLY only went down 0.84%. So pretty, nothing crazy, nothing too nuts going on, which is good. We don't want anything too crazy. So let's see what happened. Again, we were in a good spot, and we saw, 26,888 contracts. They closed out the 365, only paid 89 cents. Again, this is early in the week, right? Yesterday was Wednesday. So technically, we'll just say they had 2.5 trading days, right? So they that's time value right there because they were still out of the money. So 89 cents, that's a win. Obviously, they sold their by call, the 405 call, and they got 8 cents. So it wasn't a penny at least. So if we go to the right, we can see the total profit here for that position. They actually made around $10 million. Awesome. That's how you do it. That's how you make money. All right, moving on. 1,315 contracts. They closed at 365 and paid 91 cents. Again, let's see what they paid a little more on that one. Obviously, these are separate contracts, so they kind of do them together. But they do them probably maybe minutes off each other. Who the hell knows? They can do whatever they want, but they paid 91 cents to close the call, and then they got 8 cents to sell the 405 call. So overall on that one, again, about 5 to 600K in profit, but profit nonetheless. So awesome work. It's good to see, some wins in the weeklies. Now, new positions. Again, if you look at the expiration date, 12/6, 12/6, 12/6, 12/6. So kind of pretty far out, right? That's a lot of days. I don't even know how many days. Too many days. But we have a 360 strike price for everything. Unfortunately, they didn't scatter-de-do, but they chose the 360. That's the number. That's 5.25% out of the money, 65 to 68% yield. And they did a spread, the call credit spread. They bought a call at 425. That's, a pretty hefty gap, to be honest. That's the $65 gap. 24% away, from any assistance on that. So if you net the two, the overall yield is around 53 or so percent. Their IV is 62%. So, a little conservative, which is good. Is 5% out of the money good for that long of an expiration? For Tesla, no, absolutely not. But it's better than 2, I guess, right? All right, outstanding shares did increase by 550,000. So here's the recap. 30-day IV, 62%. Outstanding shares, 64,125,000. Total net income, 52.7 mil. Distribution, Total net income, total loss is 52 mil. So yeah, they're still at a loss. I almost continued. But anyway, I was so happy they got a win. So they got wins on the weeklies. So there's the win button. Congratulations. Now let's keep winning. All right, Group A declares next week in 6 days, November 27th. Payment information, we have synthetic income totaling 144 mil. Short call loss, 52 mil. So net income is 91.4 mil. So that produces $1.43 per share. They have 17 wins, 17 losses. Again, this includes both sides of the call credit spread, right? The sell call and the buy call. All right. So they're always winning one or the other for the most part. Anyway, distribution per share last month was 59 cents. So far, they made $1.43. If we look at the IV, 62% IV would come to a 79-cent payment. So we're looking at a payment of anywhere between 79 cents and $1.43, possibly, for next week. Okay, so we go to the holdings. How we doing? Well, we're doing good, man. We are doing good. Look at that, baby. 200 mil. Look at that orange. Orange greater than pink. Check. That is a win. No gold digger. Obviously, yes, we have new positions heading into not next week, but the week after. So guess what? Maybe next week we can have an easy week. I can have an easy spreadsheet freaking week. Doubt it, but we'll see. Total net assets, 981 mil. The NAV is 1530. The trade price is 1532. Okay. Synthetic bailout. Yeah, we can get a lot of money. Look at that. 147 mil, right? 147 mil. That's a lot of money. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. And then obviously, we'll see how these weeklies play out. All right, so those were the trades on TSLY. Let's go to MSTY because they had trades as well. Sorry, I'm like slow motion today. I'm freaking exhausted. Yeah, man, what did MSTY do? Believe it or not, if you go down like in that third row, there's no piece. All of these trades, they didn't touch their synthetic. So what they did is they closed out their positions and they opened new ones. They chose an expiration date of next week though, right? I do see a 12. There is a 12/6 in there. I gotta make sure I got that. Because if you look at the new ones, look at the SS's. Those are the new positions. Sold call, 12/6 for 790. 12/6 for 885. 12.6 for 65.45, and then 11.22 on the 10,000s. Good. All right, so I got to make sure I got that right. This is why you got to hit the damn like button. This is craziness. All right, let's see what we're doing here. If we know what we're doing. Does anyone know what they're doing? I don't know. All right, so again, they didn't touch their synthetic, so the synthetic just hanging out. 28,220 contracts. Look at this, man. They're 50% above. 50% above the strike. When they cash this out, it's going to be, I mean, they should probably piecemeal it, right? I don't know. What do you think? I mean, this expires in 2/21. So now that we're on a new 4-week cycle, they'll probably take out some of this, if not all of it. And I mean, if they take up all of it, that is going to be a huge, huge payment. But it expires in 93 days. So to be honest, they could leave it there if they actually won their weeklies and they didn't need it. But let's see. Let's see what happened yesterday. Yesterday, guys, MSTR is unreal. Like, this is unheard of. I mean, it's crazy. And it's all thanks to crypto. MSTR went up 10.05%. But this sucks. MSTY only captured 4.96%. So, yeah, that's not good. That is not even a 50% capture, right? That's not even a 50% capture. So that's a problem, right? Because, yesterday was declaration date, not ex-dividend date. Today's ex-dividend date. So there's no reason why we should be capped that bad. All right, so let's take a look. All right, let me zoom out, baby. Got to get the fat finger. There we go. Look at this, man. This is nuts. All right, let me try to do this and have it make sense. Actually, let me confirm my expiration dates. Where's the 10,000s? I put 11.29, 12.6s. Okay. I think I got it right. I don't even know, honestly. Whatever. All right, so here we go. So what they do yesterday, they closed out their positions, okay? Their positions that expired on Friday. By the way, go check out Max Convexity's interview with Jay. He interviewed Jay, and, as you know, if you don't know Max Convexity, you got to check out his channel out. He's like an options genius. Like, he is the options guy. Like, he's been in the industry, a long time, and he knows his stuff. So when him and Jay get together, it's a good time. And Jay made a comment, which I didn't know, that he said they no longer really wait until Friday to make their trades because they want to make sure they get their trades in, because they've grown so much that they actually have to do their trades earlier than Friday, right? They don't wait to do all of their trades on the Friday like they used to when the fund first launched. So that was a good piece of information that I got out of that interview. But yeah, go check it out. Max deserves some love out there. So check out that interview. All right. So anyway, we got 785 contracts with the 430. They lost their shirts on these, man. We know they lost, right? We knew. Okay. How much did they lose? A lot of money. I don't even know, what happened, but they basically they took the hit. And they moved it into next week. So I'm not sure if we want to go into the data, but I'm just going to go to the right profit loss, right? The first one, they lost this is overall total, 3.2 mil. And then they lost about 24 mil. And then they lost about 38 mil. And then they lost about 39 mil. Okay. And now, if we go here, they got two more. And then they lost about 1.7 mil, and then they lost 1.2 mil. One thing I actually need to make sure I update, so I have to skip a tab, because 153,704, that's the locked in. That income actually, it needs to be reflected on, it's on X, but we moved on to, we're on payment 2 now, so we got to do Y. Okay, so let's do Y. 1,004. Okay, so that should be fine. Let me just check real quick. 90. So it was 153. Just to show you guys some information on the spreadsheet, what I got going on here. Again, we got 13 payments this year. So I did separate that out. So I do formulas over here. And I'm not going to drag you down to the row 1,000, but I do have the total on the bottom. So as you can see, like I have some trades that I have to split them up because the payment carryover, like we got the credit in the 4-week cycle for one, but now the debit or the closeout is going into the 4-week cycle of the next one, if that makes sense. So again, some information on the spreadsheet you guys probably don't give a damn about, but it's just, to be honest, complete pain in the ass. But it is what it is. These funds are becoming a little more complicated, so it's not as easy to just simply, explain certain things, unfortunately. But the moral of the story, guys, yesterday is they closed out their positions. They lost a lot of money, right? They lost $93 million yesterday. But, people, they are kind of blinded by the massive distribution. So whenever in any way negative to this fund, people don't understand it, but I'm just trying to show you the numbers, right? These numbers, again, these are based on what I'm showing. Whether they're accurate or not is another story, but this is what I'm showing, that how much they lost in selling covered calls each week. It's important to understand that. I mean, if you don't care, that's fine too, but that's up to you. That's your money. You could do whatever the hell you want. All right, so basically, with the closeouts and in the new positions, 93 mil was added now to the next week cycle. So we're starting this new cycle, 93 million in the hole. It's unfortunate, but I do have some good news. Check this out. New position, 790 contracts. Again, this has a 12/6 expiration, but look, no call credit spread. Look at the 885 contracts. No call credit spread. Man, it's like the old times. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? Anyway, 790 contracts, 720 strike price, 51% out of the money. It's almost as if they listened to yesterday's video. Maybe, maybe not, or maybe they're trying something different. 885 contracts, 720 strike price, 50, again, same thing, 51% out of the money. Granted, this is not a 1 week site. They're not going out 1 week. They're actually going out to 2 weeks, maybe because of the holiday, or maybe they're just trying something different. But yeah, they were able to yield 117 and 126%, and they still went 51% out of the money. Now that is what I'm talking about. And guess what? There's another one down below. See all the way in the bottom, 10,000 contracts. Yes. 750 freaking strike price. This is awesome. 58% out of the money. That one only got 102% annualized yield, but that's still over 100% annualized yield. And also that one actually, oddly enough, has an expiration date of next Friday, assuming I got that right, of course, right? This is the 10,750. Let's just take a look. 10,750. Yeah, 1129. There it is. So awesome. So I'm really happy about that. So I do have good news to share. Now, the other contracts, 6,545 contracts, 620 strike price, 30% out of the money. That's not too bad itself. But unfortunately, nowadays, 30% could be in danger, especially with the 12/6 expiration. What else? They got the 890 call credit spread. I mean, that's way out. That's 87% away from doing anything. All right. They also have 10,000 contracts. This is showing expiration date of 11/29. Again, I'll double check all these freaking numbers tonight probably. But, I did my best. 610 strike price, 28% out of the money. Yeah. I mean, they're doing their best, but I love 50% out of the money. I mean, it's just like, okay, fine. It's going up 50%. Let's do this, right? But I think they're trying different things. They're scattering the strike prices. They're doing different things. And that's all we can ask for. I think it's a good idea. I don't know if you guys agree. But anyway, so what do we got? I think I screwed this. Yeah, I didn't screw that up. Okay, I keep thinking something else. All right, so yeah, that's what we got. But this is, to me, the biggest piece of information that I got from entering the numbers here. Look at this freaking increase in outstanding shares. 6.6 million outstanding share increase. I mean, I don't even believe it. but it went up 22%. I mean, how can it go up 22%? People have had enough. They said, I'm done waiting on the sidelines. I don't give a damn if it's over $40. I am getting into MSTY. I want that sweet ass dividend. MSTR ain't slowing down. I'm buying MSTY. I guess that's the mentality. Maybe. I don't know. All right, here's the recap. 30-day IV, 175%. Outstanding shares, 35,575,000. $93 million loss. Yeah, that's a terrible start to the new 4-week cycle. But it is what it is, man. I don't know what to tell you, but I have hope for this coming cycle. I really do. But if they break the 50% out of the money, then I won't bitch. I promise. I think. Anyway, reaction, just a lot of wows, right? A lot of wows. And Group D again, they declare on December 18th, closer to Christmas. So that should be, maybe a Merry Christmas for you guys. All right, so we got some breakup here. We got payment 1 on row 2, and now payment 2, obviously, on row 3. First, we'll go through payment 1 information. This is the closeout numbers. Synthetic income. Oh, yeah, I'll just show you real quick. The synthetic income now locked in 65 mil. The new synthetic, obviously, under payment 2, okay? So the synthetic income, again, that was multiple synthetics, but 371 mil. Short call loss overall 153.7 mil. That's a closeout number. So net income for the month 218 mil. Okay. So this 35.5 mil. This is as of ex-dividend date, right? So this is the people that own the fund the morning of. So they bought in the day prior to ex-dividend date. So that's, again, what I'm doing. So that's the new updated number. They made $6.13 per share. They paid $4.42 per share. So that shows you they're holding back some money. So if we go over here, total distribution, 157 mil. That's how much they have to pay out. Again, how much did they make? 218 mil. Hold back or credit carry forward, 60.7 mil. Fantastic. Again, all thanks to the underlying, not thanks to the weekly income. So the new line is, again, we're already down 93 mil. So we have no synthetic income. So there's nothing really to report for the new month, for the new cycle. But just look at this IV, guys. This is unheard of. 176% IV. Next payment could be 651 based on the current price times the IV divided by 13. Unbelievable numbers here. We're dealing with some craziness, some crazy. All right. What else? Let's look at this number. I mean, guys, look at this freaking number. This is the biggest fund. MSTY is now the biggest fund. Thanks to that massive purchase. The whales have bought in yesterday. MSTY assets under management is 1.5 billion. YieldMax is becoming humongous, all right? So Jay is probably waking up with a super happy smile on his face this morning because they are becoming more and more successful as time goes on. And rightfully so. They were really the first ones to jump into this industry, and they're trying to stay on top, and they have been, And I'm not just kissing their ass. Believe me, I bitch about their funds all the time. But you got to give credit where credit is due at the same time. All right, look at this. Look at that freaking call, man. The orange, oh my, $625 million. No gold digger here. I mean, she's expensive, but good thing we got a rich boy dating her. Holy crap, he got 625 mil. The girl, she wants 172 mil, but he don't give a damn. He could afford a couple of them. But we'll see how that goes. Obviously, they're going to cash that out at some point. Probably this payment cycle. Even though it expires on February 21st, they could close some of it. They could close all of it. I don't know. MSTY Fund Manager, you listen to me? I'll come up with suggestions if you'd like. All right? Anyway, I'm kidding. They probably don't give a crap what I say. Let's see. What do we got here? We got the calls. Again, you could see the scattered expiration dates. We got 11/29s next week, and then we got the 12/6 the following week, all right? So the 11/29 Yeah, we got the 10,000 and then the 12.6. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure I got all that right. So check this out too. Synthetic bailout money, 453 million when you net the two. Obviously, the weeklies are what they are. They need to go. Time value needs to expire. We'll see how it goes. But more importantly, the assets under management showing 1.5 billion dollars. The thing is, though, I don't even know where is the drop in the distribution. Because the trade price as of the close is 44.40, but the NAV as of this morning shows 43.87. That part I'm not so sure on. Did they jump up so much that it recovered? I mean, something's wrong here. We'll see how they open, what price. But right now it's showing a 53-cent gap, which should be obviously around the $4 range, But whatever, I don't really, I'm not going to harp on little things because it's pointless. We don't have time for that anyway. All right, so that's MSTY, and that was a lot. And I'm sorry this video's long, but there's a lot to freaking cover. So unless I drop a fund, which, by the way, I've been thinking about dropping NVDY. I'm not sure about everyone's thoughts on that. Not dropping it, but adding it to kind of how I cover AMZY and CONY. That way the video will be a little faster, and I'll only do the detailed analysis on TSLY and MSTY. Let me get your thoughts on that. Don't yell at me, but let me know what you think in a kind way. All right, anyway, last but not least, NVDY. You know what? Let's just go right to their earnings. So as you know, I do the earnings 5, I call it. Not the Jackson 5, the earnings 5. What do? I just try to, since I cover these funds day in and day out, I might as well see what the hell is going on, right? So NVIDIA had earnings yesterday, and I was listening to CNBC on the ride home, and it's like a big event there, man. NVIDIA is a monster, and they were they hype it up, and I was getting excited. I was like, woo! And then they reported earnings. It was pretty good, and then it went down. The stock went down. I'm like, okay. The problem is, the market baked it in. They baked in, they bought in with the assumption that every freaking earnings is a beat. So unless they beat, fantastically or even more than fantastic, then it'll go up. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Anyway, here's the earnings 5. NVIDIA reporting earnings per share of 81 cents and revenue of 35.1 billion. Analysts did anticipate earnings per share of 74 cents and revenue of 33.2 bill. So obviously you could see, EPS, they beat it by 7 cents per share. And then revenue, it's almost a $2 billion beat. I mean, that's a pretty good beat. I mean, in my book, maybe $2 billion is not a lot to these people. All right. Record quarterly revenue of 35.1 billion was up 17% from Q2 and up 94% from a year ago. So their revenue is up 94%, almost 100% from a year ago. I mean, hello. Again, it's all baked in the price already. That's the problem. Record quarterly data center revenue of 30.8 billion, up 17% from Q2 and up 112% from a year ago. Apparently, the data center revenue was key, and it's the majority. You can see, obviously, right? It's showing what, 30.8 billion. Their total revenue was 35. So, that's it. NVIDIA will pay its next quarterly cash dividend. Oh yeah, we're getting dividends. 1 penny. What the hell? What the hell's the point? I mean, is that even worth the administrative nightmare? I guess so. All right. So he's going to give everyone a penny. All right. And then you got to wait, man. You got to wait for that sucker on December 27th. Wow. My son owns NVIDIA, so he'll be happy. He's getting that massive penny. All right, NVIDIA, I should tell him that and record it. That would be entertainment. Listen, you own NVIDIA, they're going to pay you a dividend. How much? And I'll tell him a penny and see his reaction. NVIDIA also said anticipates revenue of 37.5 billion, plus or minus 2% for the fourth quarter. That's ahead of Wall Street expectations. So even the forecast, it's only 0.5 billion ahead of it, but still it's, usually that's what gets them. But they're down, man. They're down. Not because of that. Maybe because of that. Maybe they expected more. All right, the chip's giant data center business, which we just mentioned, which makes up the vast majority of revenue, yes, brought in 30.8 billion in the quarter, beating out analyst expectations. The analysts were expecting 29 billion. So, jump 112% versus the 14.5 billion last year. So, again, the data center just kicking ass. So that's some important information. All right, so I had to share that. That's the earnings 5. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, NVDY didn't have a trade, thank God. So where are we at? We got a synthetic position. They're 1.43% under their synthetic strike, but again, that expires in 93 days, so no need to worry. Next earnings, I'll update that later, but I don't know. Next earnings will be, February? We got time. We got time to cry before then. All right, NVIDIA went down yesterday in anticipation of earnings, but it only went down 0.76%. NVDY went down 0.66%, so whatever. All right, so what about our position heading into Friday, right? Friday, 11/22. We have 93,340 contracts, 150 strike price. That is still 2.82% out of the money. And guess what? NVIDIA looks red in the pre-market, so they probably can squeeze out a win. Again, you don't know what's going to happen at the open. Pre-market, who the hell knows if that stays. And that's, of course, my 4 a.m. pre-market. A lot changes by then, and we'll see at the end of this video what it looks like. But yeah, so far so good. Yeah, they have a call credit spreads, but who cares? We don't need it as of this moment. Outstanding shares did go up 275K. So here's the recap. 30-day IV, 57%. I like it. Obviously, I think that's going to go down now that earnings is over. Outstanding shares, 52.9 million. Net income, unfortunately, is a loss of 1.2 mil. So it is what it is. All right, so I typed in happy, sad, because happy with the earnings beat, happy with pretty much everything with the earnings, sad that the market doesn't like it. At least that's me, because I'm in the middle of a trade with Soxel. Soxel's an ETF that holds all these chip makers, and NVIDIA's like the leader. So they're also the leader of the freaking market at this point, right? But anyway, Group B, they do declare in 13 days on December 4th. All right, let's go to payment information. Synthetic income, 152 mil. Short call loss, 1.2 mil. So that's a net income of 151 mil. That comes to 285 per share. All right, that's pretty damn good. Look at their IV, 57%, $100.23. So right now the estimate would be $1.23 to 285, which is greater than their $1.02 that they paid on the previous month. Again, these are guesstimates for the future. Things will change. How are we doing here? Well, yeah, synthetic's fine, but it'll expire in a long time. And then you could see the weeklies, the 150. Right now, it cost about $455 to close the 150. That's still pretty expensive, to be honest. How much did they pay to open 455? They got 377. Yeah, man, so they can't, like, if they closed it yesterday before the end of day, obviously they would have lost, because the IV from earnings, it's so high that you're not going to be able to get out of this. Like, you can't close this before earnings without losing your shirt, right? Now that earnings is over with, this now should drop. This should be a little cheaper to close out the 150 for them to get a successful win and then move on to the next week's strike prices. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Total net assets, 1.3 bill. Sorry, NVIDY. You ain't the GOAT anymore. MSTY just whooped your ass. MSTY has, there's a lot more love for MSTY because, obviously MSTR is shitting on everything. MSTR is the world. They're taking over. And it's just fascinating. But anyway, the NAV is 25.78. The trade price, 25.76. Okay. Synthetic bailout, nah. So we're done. We're done with NVIDIA. So that means we can go to the two outcasts of the group. We'll have to cover CONY first because they did have a trade. Let me go to it. There it is. All right. So what did they do here? All right. What did they do? BC by the close. They closed out, 1,000 contracts on the synthetic and then 1,000 contracts on the weekly. So again, probably a forcible closure, people selling out of the fund. And then they closed out 900 contracts on the weekly and then started new position for next week. So nothing too exciting, but let's go take a look. Okay, so here we are. Coin went down 1.42%. Sorry, I gotta get a sip of water. I wish my phone would tell me how long I'm into the video. But yeah, coin went down 1.42%. CONY went down 0.65%. So, I'm surprised. Like, I guess coin's not following MSTR. MSTR is a beast of its own. CONY has two synthetics. They got a 300 and a 320. The 300 is doing well. They're 6.25% above the current value. 320 is at the money, basically. And then they got all this mishmash in between, all right? So the bottom two are the 1129s that they just started. Everything else is expiring this Friday. So let's take a look at the numbers. Can I zoom in without screwing this up? There you go. That's good, right? All right, so we got, okay, there it is. 18,280 contracts, 310 strike price. That's 3.13% in the money. That's obviously, in danger. In danger of losing money. 10,000 contracts, 330 strike price. That's 3.12% out of the money. That one is okay as of right now. We have 2 trading days to go. 5,000 contracts, 350 strike price, 9.37% out of the money. Is that one okay? Yeah. I don't know, man. 2 days, we'll see. But coin hasn't been, floating high as much. Maybe when Bitcoin hits 100K, well, I would think people would cash out at that point, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Call credit spreads for those. The lowest one before it helps is another 15% away. But so again, we'll see. That's the problem with the big gaps. Like you're not going to get much help unless they really blow through. But do you want them to blow through? Then you're going to lose money. So again, it's a double-edged sword, right? And then they got the 900 contracts on the bottom. Again, we said the bottom two, they go into next week. 380 strike price they chose. That's 18.75% out of the money. Which again, is that enough? You never know. It's pretty decent though. The call credit spread sucks on that kind of. It's $80 away, so that's a pretty big gap. Coin kind of slowed down too, so I'm not expecting any huge movements. Net asset value or assets under management or whatever the hell you want to call it. This fund is worth a bill, all right? It's worth the bill again. The NAV is 1689, trade price 1688. Synthetic bailout, it's worth money, but no need to talk about it at the moment. 30-day IV still stays high for coin. It's at 94%. If you use and calculate a payout based on their IV against their price, it looks like $1.22. Group C declares in 20 days on December the 11th. Okay. Last but not least, AMZY, the most boring fund that I cover. But a lot of people do like boring. They don't want this freaking volatility. They want safe. Okay, so Amazon yesterday, it went down 0.85%. AMZY went down 0.55%. That's the boring, right? That's just another, there's no 10% shifts like MSTR. All right, so what do we got? We got synthetic chilling, 210. How we doing? Not that good. They're 3.51% under the current price. Or the price is under the current strike. But again, that expires in 2/21. So what do they got in blue in between? They got expiration date of this week. So we got to take a look at this and see how we're doing. Are we going to win the weekly? 9,725 contracts, 207.50 strike, 2.28% out of the money. Looks pretty good right now. Again, 2 trading days. And we see Amazon, it doesn't move as that much. So this actually looks kind of safe for Amazon. Call credit spreads, again, they look pretty useless, just chilling there. I don't think they're needed on this fund. Net asset value, assets under management, whatever, 188,000. The NAV is 1885. What happened? Why is it down? Ex-dividend date, right? Ex-dividend date. What does that mean, by the way? It means the fund is dropping. The cash has to come from somewhere, and here it is. This is why we're in the negative. They take the cash from the holdings, right? They take the cash from the net asset value and they give it to the next person who gives it to the next person till eventually it gets to you, right? Because the money has to come from somewhere. Remember, they're earning this money, right? They're earning it day in, day out. All this premium, it goes into cash and then the treasuries, and then it goes back into cash and then they pay you. So that's why it dropped. It looks like it dropped $1.23. I haven't. I heard that AMZY had a good payment. To be honest, I haven't looked at the distributions. I know you guys probably don't believe me, but I haven't had a chance. I just know. I know what Misty paid, obviously, and I know I got a comment. You were wrong on AMZY. I'm like, okay, obviously, hopefully, the right direction. But I believe it was. I think it was over $1. Someone said, but either way, good. I'm happy to be the low price. All right, so the NAV is 1885, trade price is 2008. So obviously, yes, today will drop by the ex-dividend date. 30-day IV, 27%. Yeah, that sucks. IV estimate, yeah, based on that, 43 cents. So obviously, if they paid $1, much more. That's more than double what the IV, the goal is. So obviously, they had a pretty good month. Declaration date for AMZY coming up on December 18th. Again, similar to Misty, they're on the Group D payment schedule. So we'll look out for that. I guess I can delete this little countdown here if you guys care. All right, so that's the update on all the funds. Again, there's so many. So I don't know. It's becoming nuts. But anyway, let's go to the pre-market. Here it is. All right, here's marketwatch.com. What time is it? 4:52. That's not too bad. I set my alarm for 3 a.m. this morning to try to get ahead of the game, but it didn't really help. All right, so as of 4:52 a.m., Tesla is down 1.09%. They're at 338.20. TSLY is down 0.69%. They're at 1522. NVDY is down 3.12%. Again, they had really good earnings, but the market said, you know what? I'm not satisfied. I bought into this fund expecting much, much more. So that's kind of what's happening. Again, at least as of the after hours and pre-market. We don't know what's going to happen at the open. But as of right now, they're down 3.18% at 141.30. NVDY is down 1.98% at 25.25. CONY is up 2.93%. They're at 329.79. It just changed it on me, I think. CONY, they're up 1.6%. They're at 17.15. What a freaking recovery. Oh, my God. I can't believe this. MSTR is up 9.29%. They're at 517.90. Maybe that 50% out of the money call is in danger. Unfortunately, Misty, again, they're lacking. They're only up 6%. But look, see, they're at 42.40. So obviously this includes, right? Because I think they were at 44. What the hell was their price? I believe this includes the drop. So maybe they recovered it already. I don't know. They're showing 42.40. The close yesterday showed 39. No, I thought they closed much higher. I thought they closed at 40. I don't know. Whatever, guys. We'll see what happens on the open. But all you need to know is MSTR is doing its thing again. TSLL, they're down 2%. So yeah, I'm definitely selling puts on them. So hopefully Tesla can continue to go down. TNA, they're going down. They're down 0.8%. They're at $48. Not selling puts on them yet. AMZY, they're up 0.44%. They're at $11.50. AMZY is down 0.08%. Yeah, see, their close shows 1891 too. So it's like the close is showing the drop in the ex-dividend date already. Whatever, Market Watch. All right, 1889. BTC, Bitcoin. Holy crap, they're about to hit. Today could be the day. Hits 100K. I think that rhymed, but Bitcoin's up 3.45%. It's at 97K. Holy crap. BitX, it's up 6.98%. This thing is untradeable for me now. I can't afford it. It's at 62.35. All right, Soxel, this is it. I got a lot of money in Soxel, and the result I did not want happened. They are down 3.43%. So my cost basis of whatever it is, 31.50, not looking that great. So guess what? I can't sell calls, but what can I do? I can sell puts. And now I can sell puts a little aggressively now that the NVIDIA earnings show is over. And I'll sell puts at the freaking money. You know why? Because it's below my cost basis. And I think Soxel is it feels like it's nearing the low. I know I felt like that at 30. It felt like that at 28. But maybe 26 is the low. I don't know. And I don't care. My strategy is my strategy. It's called the degenerate options wheel strategy, you know, which all of us schmucks do. We just, we play it to win money and we don't think about it. But let's move on. SMCI. Oh my God, they're updated. Down 1.51%, 2550. It's a miracle. SMCY, how the hell they, what? Something's not right. Clearly, something's not right. SMCY is up 1.8%. They're at 25. Palantir is down 1.37%. They're at 61.27. Platy is flat or not updated. It's at 62.72. TISM or TSM is down 2.13% at 184.31. Okay, and TSMY is down 1.29%. They're at 19.20. Oh my God, this is a long ass video. Guys, I'm sorry, but I don't know what else to do besides cutting NVDY short. But like I said, let me know in the comments what you think about moving NVDY to the dark side, right? I don't know if you guys even like that kind of coverage, to be honest, but I haven't heard many complaints. But maybe all the complainers left. I don't know, but you know, let me know. Anyway, as always, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again tomorrow. I swear we will. We will try our hardest. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, please hit the like button. It does go a long way. Again, we're trying to grow this small ass channel into something big. We could do it. We could do it with your help. All right. And how can you help? You hit the like button. All right. And you comment. And by the way, you can share, right? I don't talk about this as often, but you want to help the channel? Share it somewhere. Share it somewhere where it's relevant. Share it to your friends and family. Share it in your dividend groups. Share it in your investing groups. Share it. I don't know. Share it. Well, why would people want to watch me? I don't know. You tell them, right? You're watching me for some reason. You have to sell me, right? Anyway, enough of that. We're to the end, so we got to get to the keywords. So for those of you that are new to the channel, every video in the morning, we do a keyword. What does that mean? It means if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, all you have to do is say the keyword. What the hell is the keyword? What the hell is the keyword? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. What's today? It's raining. Is that a fun keyword? No. How about freaking NVIDIA? You know? No, freaking NVIDIA. That's what I meant. I know it's it's not as fun. I'll think of something more exciting tomorrow. But it's true, right? Freaking NVIDIA. Great earnings going down. Freaking NVIDIA. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, just comment down below freaking NVIDIA. Right? Or you could say freaking NVIDIA, because freaking NVIDIA too, right? Freaking. Anyway, guys, I think I'm done yapping. I think you're done listening to me. So it's time to say goodbye. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day, and we will chat tomorrow. All right. Have a good one. Bye.